Everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So I'm going to share with you today the Moonlight Melody Winter Box by Beading School. So this box is one of the most beautifully curated boxes that beadingschool.com offers on their website, and they have a whole bunch of them. So pretty. I'll put a link in the description box below the video to this box and to the Beading School, of course. So we're going to open this up. We'll take a look at everything. We'll make some goodies. And I just wanted to remind USA Beaders that Beading School is taking care of all the tariffs and the extra paperwork and the costs of, extra costs. So you just pay your normal shipping. You will not get charged for, additional shipping because of the tariffs. All right. Really nice of them to do that. All right, let's take a look. Taking everything out of the box. And I like to give you the color story before I show you everything individually. And I'm just in love. Look at these gorgeous seed beads, Tila's, and we've got matte. Look at these beautiful royal blue beads. I love these colors. All right, so let's take some of the stuff out of the bags and we'll take a closer look. Okay, these are so gorgeous. I love the silver and the blue together, and we have some gold also. So I love that sort of combo. And we go from like a bright silver to a more matted, warm silver, and then we get into these beautiful blues, and I just love this color blue. It's so pretty, and I love the matte beads. All right, so let me stop talking and we'll get a look. So we have these 11 Miyukis, and they're seed beads, and they're bright sterling silver plated. So we have the super bright silver to start with. Gorgeous, like little stars in a moonlit sky. And a seed bead that is fast becoming one of my favorite colors. This is Duracoat. It's a 15 Miyuki, and it's a Duracoat galvanized matted silver. So I love this matte silver. If you watch my channel a lot, you know that I use this a lot. I think this goes with gold or silver. That's why I like it so much. Beautiful. Look at this gorgeous Delica, and I'm pulling really close so you can see it. And this is an 11 Delica matte opaque glazed bayberry AB. Love this color. I have these in my stash. I love that color. It's so pretty. Okay, next up we have a Miyuki Half Tila, matted opaque cobalt luster, and I love this color. It's stunning. Look how beautiful that is. It really does remind me of like a cold winter night sky where the moon is just coming out a little bit, but there are clouds, and then the blue of the sky is kind of smoky blue. So pretty. Okay, look at these gorgeous Preciosa bicones. We have a 3 millimeter in light sapphire AB2X. Isn't that stunning? Look at that. And then we have the 4 millimeter in light sapphire AB2X. And that AB2X finish, it's the most beautiful finish. These are gorgeous. So we have a 3 millimeter fire polish right here, and that is in metallic ice steel blue. And then we have a 4 millimeter fire polish. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? That is in metallic ice sky blue. Round glass bead in royal blue. And I think a while back we did I did a little presentation of their round glass beads. And I think there was a bag of sun and then moon. And the colors are gorgeous and the quality is stunning. You could replace a pearl. Just beautiful. Okay, another fave is the True 2 millimeter fire polish bead, and this is fine brush silver plated. Look how pretty that is. Wow, that's kind of cool. We have a 3 millimeter round crystal, and this is a Preciosa in Aurum Full. So I love adding the gold in. Such a pretty gold. Gorgeous. Okay, look at this one. This is a 3x7 millimeter Storm Duo Crystal Full AB, and a Storm Duo. Let me see if I can isolate one there. See that? It's kind of, I think of it as like a stylized S for Stephanie. So see that? Look at that pretty AB on there. Round cabochon cubic zirconia in royal blue, and I would equate this to a chaton. It's got the pointed back. See that? Isn't that pretty? Oh, look at that color. Stunning. Okay, next up we have a 6 millimeter Preciosa Sew-On Rhinestone White Opal in a gold colored setting. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that opal. And this is, they just threw in a little gift for you there. Aren't these gorgeous? It's like these drops, they're big. They probably are a 13 by 18 millimeter teardrop. Just put an ear wire on that and you have a gorgeous earring. Isn't that pretty? These are beautiful. 8 by 10 millimeter teardrop charms in ice blue, and this is a briolette, so the hole goes horizontal at the top. Isn't that stunning? Look at the sparkle, and look at this guy. This is a 68 millimeter, no it isn't, it's a 14 by 14 millimeter azure sparkly square connector, gold color. And look how pretty that is. Look at the beautiful, beautiful stone in the middle and all the filigree work. Here's the back. At the back is as pretty as the front. That is stunning. Okay, a couple of pieces I've already started working on just because I love these colors so much. So these are the earrings I said I was going to make using the ear studs and the gift here, and I connected them with a little Rolo chain, and I think that really elevates a piece when you use a chain rather than a jump ring in some cases. And here's a little pendant I'm working on. It's not done yet, it's just a start, but I think it's looking really pretty. My husband came in when I was working and he said, gee, that's gorgeous. Why don't you wear it tonight when we go out to dinner? And I said, well, it's just a prototype. It's just starting. He said, it's pretty just the way it is. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably add something to change some things, but that will be in a future video tutorial. And now the 68 millimeter sparkling chain toggle clasp, gold colored. And look at the pave crystals in there. Isn't that stunning? They really, really find the most beautiful clasps, don't they? That is so pretty. Hey, next up with these beautiful little star beads, and these are 7 by 7.5 millimeter cute star metal bead, gold colored, so they are a metal bead, and here's the opening right there. Isn't that pretty? And look at these gorgeous ear studs, gold colored, royal blue, 12 by 13 millimeter. They're called the Frost ear stud. And those little blue bit guys, they're crystals. They're little tiny crystals. And look at that. Here's our ear stud. And here's a, we've got a loop at the bottom. And I was thinking immediate jewelry. I think that would be beautiful. Really, really pretty. And they throw in the transparent stoppers for your ear studs. Look at these pretties. So we have a 16 by 17 millimeter Winter Radiance pendant, gold colored. Let me pop this over here for a second. Here we go. And that's just a beautiful pendant. Look how pretty that is. Look how sparkly that is. Imagine wearing that and you're out to dinner in low light. I know I always say that, but low light just brings out the crystal. It just makes everything sparkle. That's really pretty. And then we have, this is a metal bead, gold colored frosted elegance. And I ripped the little paper where it had the size. So I think I'm going to say that's about a 5 by 10 millimeter. And that doesn't do, the name doesn't do it justice because there is so much going on. And look at the pave on there. And I love that. Immediately I think, gee, it's got to have some little round bead at either end. I mean, it's just lovely. That's beautiful. And this I'm going to put on a chain right away because that was, I just love this. It's a 12 by 15 millimeter crescent moon and star pendant, platinum colored. That's gorgeous. Look at that sort of, look at the pave. Look how it sparkles right there. That's all this needs is a thin silver chain and a jump ring and you're good to go. Here you have it. I couldn't even get it all back in the box. Just, I don't know how they fit all these beads in here, but these are just stunning. So this is your Moonlight Melody winter box for 2025, and I'm loving this. I'm going to have so much fun with this box. All right, so don't forget there's a link in the description box below the video to the box, to the Beading School website. Check out all their curated boxes. They're so, so stunning. Check out, also one really good thing to check out too is their bundles, because the bundles, they give you a really nice discount on the bundles as well. So, check out their website. You'll just get lost in it like I do. All right, take care. See you next time.